What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. You know, when the game's over. Um, so I've seen this play out a few more times recently where you ever been in a situation where you've been around people who have literally made a living out of playing games. They've literally played one game, another, and another, and another, and they got comfortable. Whether it was manipulating, whether it was using people, whether it was stirring up drama, whether it was um, instigating altercations with people, however you want to call it. And, sometimes the game is actually using your looks to get ahead, however you want to call it. Excuse me. But you find yourself in a situation where we hit a certain age where people get tired of playing games, especially with you. And I've seen people recently have, adult breakdowns again because at the end of the day, they don't have any more games to play. Like, people have adult lives, adult issues, adult responsibilities, and they don't have the time to just sit around and feed into this I can't say negativity, but shenanigans. I say that. Like, at a certain point when people want to instigate stuff, if you're an instigator, you're gonna hit a certain swing where people are gonna say, well, you know what? Since you instigate so many fights, when are we gonna fight? Or when are you fighting? Because it seems like everybody around you everyone around you gets into an altercation, but you don't. But you are at the center of all of these altercations. So at the end of the day, we need something new. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, okay, that's when the game's over. Because it's like, if you ain't really going to do anything, excommunicado, right? Same thing when people comes to manipulating or lying. Sometimes people play these games where they lie, and habitually lie. Just lie for no reason. But for them, it's cute. It's a game. But see, after a while, the manipulation and the lies, it's like, you know what? It's pathological. So after a while, people go like, you know what? I don't believe anything you say. And furthermore, I'm not even trying to talk to you because you lie too much. So game's over. And then it's like, well, let me sucker you back in by saying that, this time is going to be a new time. And, I've grown up and I've changed. And people go, yeah, that's nice and all. But look here, I'm done with you. Period. Point blank, period. I'm done with you. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't really care if you're changed, if you're a new person now. That's it. Then there's no one to talk to lie and manipulate from that point forward. And then, you come across people who have this thing where, their looks have gotten them by. And for them, it's like, yeah, I'm always look like this. And you forget that, yeah, you're not going to always look like this, for one. And I've seen people fall off without falling off. What I mean is they've aged gracefully, but their demographic aged ungracefully, or they're just tired of them. So now the people who age gracefully, people don't want to play this game with you being a certain age and your bread and butter is still your looks. It's like, man, you're going to hit an age where being cute, it's like, that don't pay no bills, man. That don't keep a house running. That doesn't keep a family together. It's a nice bonus, but if this is all we got, then I'd rather something else. And people have a hard time dealing with that. And it's like, listen, games is over with. You know, same thing with when people are using sex and sexuality. The possibility of sex, after a while, it's not really, like, nobody's playing that game anymore. Like, man, look, I don't care what you say. You know, either we doing something or we not. I'm out. I'm out. You know, if we not, I'm out. And you start seeing people realize, man, the game's over. Same thing with the, you know, sometimes people don't realize, even with the, you know, the money thing, right? There comes a point where somebody has a reasonable number and they get enough, they go, you know what, I don't need to be around a person with this much money per se, or who's flashing this amount of money. I could deal with something a little less than that and not have to play all these games. So all of these games have a stop point to them, you know, and a lot of times people lose that. But in my opinion, you're going to see a lot of people gaining it back because at a certain age, the games are just over. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.